The biggest question in geopolitics today is Iran being surrounded. Well, a new war map is raising the alarms across the world. And what it shows is not just any routine military moment here, not symbolic deployment, but a massive, led global show of force. And at the center of this unfolding military chessboard sits Iran. And closing in around it is the enormous military footprints of the United States. So let's zoom out and look at the map that is shaking the global security analysts. Across the Middle East, across Europe, across the Pacific, American forces are being positioned in a pattern that looks less like a routine deployment and more like strategic containment. Warships, fighter aircraft, missile systems, tens of thousands of troops, all forming layers of military pressure around one region. And that region, ladies and gentlemen, is Iran. And wait, right at the center of this power projection sits two floating cities of war. The first is the massive USS Gerald R. Ford, America's newest, most advanced, and most expensive aircraft carrier ever built. This is not just a ship, it is a moving airbase, a floating fortress, a symbol of unmatched naval dominance. And right now, it is moving closer to the Middle East. Well, the aircraft has already crossed the strategic gateway of the Strait of Gibraltar. Well, that crossing is not any random one, because once a carrier passes through this narrow gateway, it enters operational waters that can project power deep into the conflict zone, including the regions that are dangerously close to Iran. But the Ford does not travel alone here. It sails with an entire strike group, a deadly naval ecosystem built for modern warfare. Destroyers scanning the ocean for threats, attack submarines silently patrolling underwater, and supply ships ensuring non-stop combat readiness. And wait, above the deck, an entire air force waiting to launch within minutes. Inside this carrier, live multiple squadrons of strike aircraft, fighter jets designed for deep precision attack, electronic warfare planes capable of blinding the enemy radar. In fact, airborne early warning aircraft acting like flying command centers. Here, each squadron, each jet, each system designed for one purpose: total battlefield dominance. And when just you think that this is the exact full picture, wait, there's more. Another massive American carrier strike group is already forward deployed. That's right, the powerful USS Abraham Lincoln. Another air wing packed with combat aircraft, another network of escort warships ready for the conflict. Together, these two carriers bring staggering firepower, by the way, more than 140 strike aircraft, dozens of warships, attack submarines, and estimated 40,000 American persons positioned across nearby bases and naval group. Now, this cannot be routine rotation, right? It is a military posture rarely seen outside major war preparation. Here, military observers are now watching every moment very carefully, because when two US super carriers operate within the same regional theater, it usually signals one thing: maximum readiness. In the meantime, tensions with Iran are climbing rapidly. Disputes over nuclear activity are intensifying. Sanctions are tightening. Military drills across the Middle East are increasing. So every new deployment adds another layer to this high-stakes standoff. But for Iran, this build-up sends a very strong message. American forces can strike from sea, from air, and from multiple directions simultaneously. But for Washington, the message is equally strategic. Presence equals deterrence, positioning equals pressure, and visibility equals warning here.